everyone, my name is Coach Brenda from Life Skills Digital Institute. I'm really very happy to be here today. I'm hosted in Life Skills Media Studios, just right here in Mengo. I'm very happy to be here. And I really appreciate the media team for the good work they do. Thank you so much, media team, for keeping us going, for everything you've been doing. Then I want to thank our followers on all our social media platforms, that is Facebook, TikTok, X account, LinkedIn, in the username of Life Skills Digital Institute. If you have not followed us yet, for more updates and details about us, please go to all those media platforms and follow us, like and share to your loved ones what we have there for you. Then I want to thank people who are following us on Zoom, who always attend our Zoom meetings from morning to evening. Thank you so much. We have a program there running 24/7. Each hour has a specific topic to be looked at, and it is really very, very interesting. You'll be learning a lot of things. I usually drop a link with our program running in different groups. So please, if you come across that link and the program, share it with so many people so that they also come in and join in. We have a lot of very, very interesting things. Thank you so much for watching, and please keep watching. Today, I'm here to talk about something that is really very, very important, and that is education today. You know, things have changed, things have tended to change recently, you know, how things were moving and how things are moving. Technology has tended to take over everything in an economy. Everything now has improved. The way we used to do things isn't the way we are doing things now. Things have improved. If you want to know how things are moving very fast, how knowledge has increased, then look at the phones. I don't think our great-grandparents had the phones, the smartphones we're having now, you know. They did. They had some other things. That shows how things have improved. We now have washing machines. We have big screen televisions. You see, the cars that are coming now, self-driving cars, everything is moving really very fast. And that shows that this is the time we need to learn new ways of doing things, and of course relearning and unlearning the old traditional ways we are used to. The things that no longer work in this regime should be learned. We need to learn a new specific skill that needs to keep us going. That's why I need to pose a question and ask a fellow parent out there: are you educating your child to be a job seeker? You know, because I've said that the world has changed, you know. Gone are the days when we used to study. I remember my dad used to say, even my mom, they used to tell me that, Brenda, bright future, you have a bright future if you study. But guess what? We studied and then end up doing things that we didn't study. You see the things. The other time while watching news, I was surprised a first-class boy from the university with so many A's in the high school doing a job that someone is not supposed to do. We used to think that such brilliant people would be working in State House, maybe in parliaments, maybe advising the president. It is not a case now. Why? Because of the systems we have, you know. Things have changed, and therefore we need to change as well. Learning new skills, doing new things, moving with the trend. What is trending? Then we need to trend on that trend as well. The other time in class, when teaching my children, we observed how robots are taking control over the world. We observed that actually even the casual jobs that people would do are being taken by robots. Oh God, do you know what that means? Then, one of the days, a clip on social media, a company that chased over 400 workers and robots were taking over the work. Do you know what that means? That's where we are going. The future is robotics, the future is big machines. A lot is changing, and therefore we need to change as parents. You know, now parents, the time they have is running to the job, then come back. We are running in wrong directions. We are not taking the right directions. And this is the very time we have to learn. If we don't learn now, then that means that means we are going to be irrelevant in the future. Not only us, but also our children. That's why I asked in the beginning, are you sure you're educating your child in a right way? Are you educating your child to be a job creator, or you're educating them to be chasing over jobs, to study, and then after university they'll need to go struggle, look for jobs? Then, in actually the companies they go to, they ask them for experiences, which they don't have. Oh God, this is really very bad. Are you educating your child in a right way? This is what we actually do best here at Life Skills Digital Institute. We train our children through relevant skills courses so that they are able to work on international projects. How? We go deep into technology. That's why we have robotics, we have coding, artificial intelligence, 3D metaverse, and all the technological courses you can think about. We don't only dwell on technology, we also do other courses. Each learning center, actually let me first inform you that we have learning centers in Uganda, Kampala, Uganda. Actually I'm seated in the studios of Mengo, Kampala, Uganda. Then we have learning centers in Nairobi, Kenya, and then coming next is Arusha, Tanzania, and maybe some other African countries before we go to the world at large, you know. Yes, because we need to inform people what is really relevant. We know the services we provide are very, very important. It's what the world needs, and that's why we keep informing people of what we do. Kampala, we do music, specifically it's music, then media courses, for example, videography, photography, then we have coding, we have robotics, we have sound engineering, and then voicing. If you go to Kenya, it is a school of science and technology. There we see big machines, robotics, artificial intelligence, 3D metaverse. Then we also have factors of production and other courses. Tanzania, Arusha, it will be dwelling most on agriculture, then culture. Children, the next generation, inclusive parents, must understand that it is very important to be an African. People must appreciate. You know, there are so many people out there that don't appreciate. They don't appreciate who they are. We must appreciate we are Africans. We should put into consideration culture. That's why we have Arusha, a school of culture and agriculture. Then people should understand also how to use a small piece of land to make it productive, how to create self-sustaining systems, even if that piece of land is really limited. They should know. And also, children must understand that actually agriculture, it is not a punishment, you know, it is not a punishment. We grow these crops, at the end of the day, it is us who consume the food. It is us who eat this food. So, you know, it really, there's a way it perplexes me. If you go to high school now and you tell a child we are going to dig or what, they cry and think that is a punishment. We need to train our children in a right way, and that's what we do here at Life Skills Digital Institute. Children must understand that actually agriculture should be appreciated. It should be appreciated. It's not a punishment. We are producing something of which this something we produce, it is satisfying our needs. We are satisfying our stomachs. We are killing hunger. We shouldn't be buying everything. That's why these days we have lifestyle diseases. Why? Because we are going off the original plan, God's plan of producing our own things, and now we are buying. That's why they increased bills, they increased standards of living. That's not how it's supposed to be. We are supposed to create and produce our own things. So, these courses, I say that a child is able to attain all of them at all our learning centers through what we call a study rotational program. We have a study rotational program where a child studies at each of the centers, and they are equipped with all the skills at each center. Then we go forth as also pushing our children out of East Africa. They go to outside countries to improve on their skills, on the courses of their interest, because we want them to be working on bigger projects. So as they learn here, we emphasize learn as you earn. not learning and learning, then after you look for jobs, you get another problem. Looking for job is also a job, so there are two jobs. You're looking for a job, yet you're also putting in more efforts, more transport. That's not how it's supposed to be. We are training our children in such a way that they can determine their pay. They can sit and say, per hour, this is what I do. These are the services I can render per hour, and they are paid for that particular hour. Not to wait for salaries to be slaves. No, they shouldn't be slaves. They need to determine, they need to be independent, they need to be outstanding and leaders and examples to the world. That's what we train them here at Life Skills Digital Institute. When our children go through our program, we give them certificates at the end of the day, international certificates. They do exams, and then we write them certificates that proves them that they are ready to work. So such a child can go to a company and they're able to work. They are able to work. Why? Because they are skilled enough, they have experiences, they are exposed how different countries do things. The things we do here in Uganda are not the same way the other people live. So our children are exposed. That's why we make them travel to all different countries in the world. And that is really very, very important. Our children, I'm very sure, even if robots come, even if machines come, even if the future becomes really very, very difficult, they will be able to stay relevant in the future. Why? Because of the way they are skilled. Please, parents, always make sure you educate your children in the right way. We are always talking about self-sustaining systems, how to create them. But remember, if we don't build a firm foundation, and those are the children, then whatever we are building will break. It will not last for so long. If we say we are creating wealth for our generational wealth for even our great children, then that means we need to also mind the way we educate our children. In Africa, here when the parents are wealthy and then maybe they pass on, then the children take over, wealth don't last. Do you know why? Because we don't mind the way we educate our children. We don't educate our children that way. That's why the Indians, if an Indian company will exist for so long, why? Because of the way they train their children from childhood. They bring them up, preparing them for a certain task which is not here in Africa. Here in Africa, if your child plays games, video games, they go for swimming, recreation centers, we think that is life. We need more beyond that, and that's what we do here at Life Skills Digital Institute. Please enroll your children into our study program. It's really very, very interesting. You will not regret. Be part of this. Let's build self-sustaining systems. Let's build wealth, but as well educating our children in the right way. Please, parents, come in. Let's always encourage our children to learn productivity. How to be productive every minute, every hour, not to be time wasters. No, that's not how the world should move. They should know all the things. And as well, parents, we also have courses for you. If you think there is something you need to be equipped with, please come. We are here. We have online classes. We have physical classes. We have part-time classes. You can come and we discuss with us. We talk with you. We are here to help each other. If you want to reach out to us, just dial +2567 8861 9464. Most of these details about us are always on our social media platforms. Just make sure you follow the Zoom program that is ongoing. Please make sure that your children join in and listen in, because whatever we have is very important to both the young and the adults. Even you as a parent, please join in. Even the children, let them join in. Everyone should join in and learn. For such a time like this, Life Skills Digital Institute has existed and has come to help the nation, to help the world, because we see where we are going. Let's tap into the blessings of the future, all of us from here, because we don't have time. You don't know how tomorrow it will be. That's why I always pose a question and ask parents, if you get sick today and maybe for a week, are you sure your children are able to eat the next weeks? Will they be able to study? Will they be chased of school fees? You know, in Africa, here what we do, we know it is the father and mother that go look for money. The children and the rest of the family members are dependents, and that's not how the world is supposed to be. That's why people are going into depression, are committing suicide. Why? Because of increased bills. But if you go to developed countries, and that's what we are trying to do here at Life Skills Digital Institute, children right from the young age, they are taught how to earn, to do something that brings money at the end of the day. Such families are not overwhelmed with the bills. Here in Africa today, if you give your child a phone or a laptop, please do it and see what they will do. They will go to TikTok, they will go and do funny things, which is not a case here with our children that study from Life Skills Digital Institute. Parents out there that enrolled your children into Life Skills Digital Institute, you can see the difference. When you give your child a laptop now, or a phone, they are able to create a website. They are able to do a lot of things with just those gadgets, a lot of things, which is not a lot. That means that child grows up with that skill. They can start earning as early as now. They create also sources of income. Even if you get sick as a parent, a mother, they are able to meet the home bills. Why? Because they are equipped in such a way. Please enroll in. We are always available. Bring your children. Let them study the right way. Thank you so much for watching. Always waiting for you on all our social media platforms and the Zooms. We love you. Keep going. May God bless you, and bye-bye.